Hello my friends, good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today is a very exciting, exquisite day. I've been waiting on this day for a minute. I've had this part, or this product at the shop for a while now, and this company just released this today. I'm finally allowed to install these on the car and show you guys, and that makes me excited. You know what I wish I had on days like today, when it's this nice out, this early in the day, and this warm, is a sunroof in the M3. I wish they made a carbon, M3 E92 with a carbon roof like this, but with the sunroof. That would be pretty sick. Yeah. We're gonna just roll the windows down and enjoy the glorious sound of this VF650 supercharged S65 V8. Making about, well, 650 horsepower. Feels like a mid 500 wheel car, mid to high 500 wheel. I should throw it on the dyno one day and see what it actually makes, so I'm not just guessing. She's not warmed up all the way yet, otherwise I would give her the beans. This thing is so freaking loud. It does have the fob, or the remote, for the exhaust valves. But as you guys can see, they quit working. They quit working years ago. A little bit frustrating, but at least they got stuck open and not stuck closed. I'd much rather have it be loud, you know, instead of annoyingly quiet. Alright, one more pull for the boys. She's fully warmed up. And then we can head to the shop and work on the Type R. You guys haven't seen that car in a while. She just sits, like all the other cars I build. Okay, that'll work. Ugh. That's a good misfire. Sounds like a tractor. Well, this thing is definitely not happy whatsoever. It's got a pretty good misfire. Seems like cylinder 3 and 4 are missing. I think I'm gonna swap some new plugs in it. That is not healthy. Let old girl sit for a little bit and she didn't like it. I'm sure having this thing on rotational idle all the time probably isn't the best thing for it either. Let's get this misfire handled. Hope it's not a motor issue, and we can go from there. I don't think it's a motor issue because when I'm cranking the car, it doesn't sound like it's got a dead cylinder or even a slightly low cylinder. So I'm sure just having it on rotational idle, which I know I shouldn't have on all the time, it probably killed a plug or two. Oh boy. This thing is running a little bit rich. I'm gonna turn off that rotational. These plugs are a little bit, what would you say, wet. I think on rotational it takes way more fuel, and it's just unburnt fuel. Well, I just went to get new plugs. They won't be in until 2 p.m. I got better things to do. I'm gonna do the old school dirt bike stuff back in the day, riding the 2-strokes. Always foul in plugs. Grab a wire brush, get it cleaned up, torch it, and see if this helps. If it doesn't, I'm not going to rule out that the plugs are the culprit. Based off how they look, I'm going to go ahead and say they are the culprit. All right, we got the new plugs, or the refurbished plugs back in. I don't have high hopes of my spark plug cleaning skills anymore, but let's see how it runs. Hey, that actually fixed it. Healthy as could be. I love the rotational idle and all, but it gets a little bit obnoxious. In the future, it's gonna just go on a switch so I can quickly turn it on and off. And that switch will be, of course, controlling or tied into the Haltech, the ECU. But for now, I'm just gonna go on the laptop and turn it off. So we can enjoy this car. I do need to go fill it up real quick and maybe clean out the cylinders a bit. Probably got a little bit of unburnt fuel chilling in there. If you have a Haltech and you want rotational idle, it's under vehicle functions. Rotational idle, these are the settings that this one was on to sound as rowdy as it did. But for now, she's going off. Now, it should idle like a normal Honda. All right, old girl needs some fuel. I'm just gonna head to the pump gas station and stop some pumping her. This car is on flex, so we can run whatever, but yeah, drives nice and smooth now with rotational turned off. This car doesn't need much. It needs a few dedicated days of love. It's going to the Nexus R3 from Haltech. A couple, maybe another day trying to figure out the e-brake so I can get the interior back together. And yeah, that's about it. Fix the e-brake, the electric parking brake, go to the Nexus, which is going to include building a whole new engine wiring harness, and of course drop it off at a fab shop. They're going to finish the hood dump, make it look all nice and pretty, cut the hole in the hood, do the garnish or the bezel for the hood dump on the hood, and then I can really enjoy this car. So smooth without the rotational idle turned on. This is nice. This car is so insane. Not even fast right now. Not even fast. Like 18 pounds of boost. I mean, it's fast, don't get me wrong, but not fast compared to what it is turned up all the way. Today, the Type R is getting new headlights. So Morimoto just released these today. The day you're watching this video. These are the Gen 2. They have a Gen 1, of course, but the Gen 2s, man, I haven't opened these up, but I've seen photos, and these things look insane. All right, let's get these things opened up and see how tremendous they are. Ready for the first one? This here is the passenger side. Oh man. I would consider these the jewel headlights. So newer like TLs and TLXs, whatever, newer Acuras have these individual jewels is what they're called. And Morimoto went through and added them in for us Civic boys. And if you look, they're quite a bit more dark than the factory headlight. So here's the factory headlight. all chrome pretty much, really no black going on. Of course, it's a very, very dark car, and I think these are gonna look a whole lot better. They do have a nice sequential startup sequence. You know what, enough talking. Let's just go ahead and get them on the car. Now, before we get these new beautiful headlights installed onto the Type R, I would like to thank today's video sponsor, myself. This Saturday, we have the newest Boston apparel drop, which I'm very, very excited for. I have made it my goal and my mission over the next few months to buy myself, on my birthday, August 17th, a GT3 RS. Now, this is a 992. My plan is to get a 991.2, but still, if I could afford a 992, I would be ordering a brand new 992. So for this drop, I decided to go ahead and release a nice automotive lifestyle, simple crest logo on the front, 992 3RS on the back, and I could not be more stoked to see you guys rocking these shirts. I know a 3RS is pretty much every car guy's dream car. So we have the hoodie in black, 3RS on the back, Boston crest logo on the front, very nice and clean. T-shirt in black, here's the front side. And we also have the t-shirt in this very nice, I wouldn't say light blue, I wouldn't say dark blue, indigo color as well. The red on the indigo is one of my favorites. Also for the Euro boys, the BMW boys, we're finally releasing a little bit of BMW gear as well. We have these prints right here. Screams like an F1 car, corners like a Porsche, snaps necks like a supercar, with, of course, none other than the E92 M3. And skate decks. You guys sold out the STI skate decks within minutes last time. This time around, we're doing M3, E92 M3 skate decks. Super high quality. They're made out of a 7-ply Canadian maple, and it is an 8-inch deck. And lastly, we have the sticker packs. 3RS sticker, E92 M3 sticker, and a good old Boston crest logo. This release goes live in 2 days, this Saturday the 4th at noon Pacific Standard Time. All right, let's get these headlights installed. So to get the bumper off the Type R, there's about 800 clips up top, 700 clips underneath, and then it finally comes off. Driver side's removed, passenger side OEM is on. Let's do a little side by side. Now, how much wiring is going to be involved? We have all this stuff here, and we got these guys here. Let's download their PDF. Oh, interesting. So these are headlight mode selector keys. You plug in different ones to get different modes on the headlight, and it tells you all right here. So the red one, DRL white, turn signal fade off. Blue, DRL white, turn signal sequential. Green, DRL is amber, turn signal fade off. Black is DRL amber, turn signal sequential. That's pretty neat. Now these are LED adapter harnesses, and this guy just plugs right into the back here. No cutting or splicing or anything required. One goes there, and one goes there, and one goes here. This right here, factory plug and play connector. This guy right here, also factory. This one is where you're going to use the different headlight mode selector. I think an amber DRL, of course sequential, is going to be the move, and that is going to be the black one. Now thankfully, they made it easy enough to where you can efficiently and effectively swap these out on the car, but let's start with the black. See if it truly is a plug and play like they say. That one definitely is, and that one definitely is. Now, if I'm being honest, I've never seen a headlight, an aftermarket headlight on a FK8 that I like. So we'll see how these are. What I can tell you is turned off, those look significantly better. You can clearly see how much darker of a look those ones have versus the OEM ones. We got Jared here to control the headlights. All right, turn them on.
All the way.
Damn. Bro, those are insane. Come look.
Oh, dang. These are sick.
That's wild. So you can do different modes on the DRL?
Yeah.
White or amber? All right, hit the blinker. You might have to turn the car on, hit the blinker. That's pretty sick. I actually like those a lot. Those are 10 times better than OEM. Thank you, sir. Now, of course, I'm a big fan of sequential stuff. So let's unplug the black mode selector, which gives you an amber DRL, and plug in the white. Let's see how the sequential blinker looks. You know, I'm a big fan of the amber. The white is nice and OEM, but it ain't amber. Dang. Highly, highly approve. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like them. Like I said earlier, I've never seen a headlight, an aftermarket headlight on a Type R that I like more than OEM. But those things, my friend, those are sick. And here it is with just the DRLs. Man, oh man. All right, let's get the passenger side swapped and we'll be done. I know. We need the hood back on. With the Evo project going on and the STI project going on, I haven't really had the time for Civic things. Bumpers back on. Let's do the first look. You know what? Let's just do it with DRLs. Oh man, that is so nice. What do you guys think? Drop a comment below. Honestly, massive fan of these things. Headlights on, high beams work. I'm really curious how these are gonna be at night. Hazards. Oh yeah. I'm gonna go back to the house. I wanna do a little side by side. This next to the red Type R. I was a little worried you wouldn't really be able to see them outside, the DRLs, but they are plenty bright to where you can see them just fine outside. All right, comparison time. So here's a side by side. Both of them turned off, no lights on. OEM, Morimoto, DRLs only. These guys are quite a bit brighter than the factories, and they look 10 times better. And headlights on all the way. And lastly, a side by side of the blinkers. What do you guys think? Comment below. If you guys want to pick up a set of these Morimoto headlights, I'll link them down in the description box below. You guys already know how I feel. Big fan of how these headlights look.